there was a tournament a couple months ago where I ate a couple fun brownies the night before by accident. I came home, I saw warm brownies on the stove, and I was like, yo, free brownies? Oh my god. So I ate about 6.
Oh my god, dude.
I ate about 6. I went to bed, woke up at 3 a.m. My head was on, my eyes were burning, my head was screaming, and I was like, man, I gotta go play Smash. So I drove an hour to SF to play at, God, I think it was Battle for the Bay or something. The one that they have in, like, sports. Basement.
Oh, Showdown.
Showdown, yeah, the one that Danny runs.
Yeah.
I played the bracket, just blitzed out my mind. I literally got in my car to drive out there. I blinked, I was there. Like, I'm not even kidding.
That's like how I am when I drive to SoCal. Sometimes I just black out on the road because I'm just seeing the same shit for 300 miles.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
And like next thing you know, I wake up out of it. I'm in the Grapevine. I'm already an hour away from where I need to be, and I'm like, oh shit, we're already here.
But I swear, like that road down there to like SoCal is the only Dairy Queen I've seen like since I've lived here for about 10 years. That is the only Dairy Queen I've ever seen. I don't think Dairy Queen is good, but it's the only one I've seen. And both times I've gone there, it was shut down because the water didn't work, and it was shut down because some other reason, gas leak or whatever. And both times we wanted blizzards so bad, but they were closed, and we were so mad. I wanted my ice cream, bro.
Man. I mean, I like coming to this tournament specifically. There was a time, like, I think this venue was one of the first brackets I started showing up to consistently. I still remember my very first opponent here, and they put me on stream against fucking Quicksilver, now known as Yash. And, dude, I've never felt like a reality check by getting 3-stocked by a Pokemon trainer and just thinking, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I came to the wrong tournament.
Bro, there's this tweet that I saw that matches that. Like, exactly. It's like, how do we retain new players? We have people show up to their first tournament ever, go 0-2, just get the snot beat out of them, and then they wait like an hour between sets.
Just to lose the next.
And then they come back the next week.
Yeah, they do.
It's like you spend $15, get your ass beat, and you're back here next week.
And the beauty about this place is that the same people that would go 0-2 at these brackets when they first started coming, now they're taking upset wins. And they're consistent, 2-2, 3-2. They're starting to like improve a little bit, little by little. And that's just kind of the vibe that this place kind of brings because, you know,
people want that work.
Yeah, this is the grind local. Like, this is where I actually get like my late night games in. Like, if I'm not playing bracket, I can just get off this mic, sit down with someone, and play for like 2 hours straight. And then started a thing called DeepNet. And DeepNet is a Smash Fest tournament that's held at Deep's place. And he would have 20 people in his little ass apartment. And we would have setups. And we would run a bracket while getting drunk, under the influence, but just having a stream up and there's VODs. But we're playing like the greatest Smash of all time off our rocker.
All right, I got an exact same story for you. Do you know who Ian O'Connor is? Big Mama, Ursa Major, the main TO for like Genesis.
Yes.
Past like a couple years. They live in Santa Rosa. They're one of my homies. They used to run a local out of their apartment that is probably about the size of like this lobby area.
Oh hell no! And how many people would you fit?
At least on like on a good week, 30.
30?
We had a Halloween tournament where we fit, I think, 40. No, we fit 52 people in one apartment with about 5 setups and ran a whole tournament. We had like NorCal's best players in the entire region at that time. This was back in like 2016.
Dude, that's crazy.
We had Kronos, who was the best Mega Man in the region. Kronos, I think 2560. Best Mega Man in the region, one of the better Clouds. We had We had one of the best Mewtwo's in the region. Actually, no, we had the best Mewtwo in the region. We had Trevante, who is like a semi-retired
They remember
player.
Trevante, yeah.
Trevante's so cool. I'm pretty sure Cerrone came with him. Cerrone is like Trevante's partner. Also a really cool person. Best choke in NorCal at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It was jam-packed with some like the best names. We fit 50 people in there for a Halloween tournament.
That's fire.
Dude, it was so sick. And we ran that every Wednesday at like 6.
I'm telling you, man. We started a community in this place, man. It starts off as like somebody you ask for friendlies. Next thing you know, we're all going out to like out-of-region tournaments. We're going to people's places for dinner. You know, like that's the greatest thing about like a gaming community is that when you start realizing it's more than just how you do in bracket, you start enjoying actually being a part of something rather than having to focus on like, oh darn, I need to win this local if I want to be able to prove myself. Like, bro, sometimes just going to the local just to be at the local, get some games in, and talk with people you like.
In-person scenes are always so much
In-person
better
scenes,
than, like,
man.
online scenes. Because like you can have 50 people in a Discord just like chilling and running games. Sure, that's cool and all, but you don't got the vibe.
You don't
the
got
aura, the
interactions.
connections. Yeah, you don't have those kinds of interactions with people where you're chilling, some dumb shit goes on in the game, and you're both just, like slapping each other up and just cracking up. On Discord, it's just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because like, for me, it's like, what was I gonna say? For me, like, I've started just like venturing in a lot more than just going to brackets because like I started going to tournaments. I'm like a new guy compared to everybody else. I started going to stuff last February.
Yeah, you're part of the NorCal New Breed, man.
I'm part of the NorCal New Breed, but I feel like because I decided to just say fuck it and expand like my ability to like want to go to other tournaments, like so I was going to North Bay so consistently because I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check out the North Bay scene, and then after North Bay scene, started checking out the East Bay scene, started checking out SF, started checking out YouthNet again because YouthNet was my first local, one of my first locals I went to. Also AFK, RIP AFK by the way. I mean, AFK was a diamond in the rough for the South Bay. It was in Campbell.
It was the one year where there was like the volleyball tournament and the furry convention going on at the same time.
Let's go.
And you know what's funny? I had friends from like all 3 events there.
Oh shit.
I was like, dang.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Why do I
saying.
know so many people?
So like I've gone to like so many different sub-regions. Unfortunately, the only one I haven't given a shot at and I've been like empty promising it is SAC. There's been times where I'm like I want to go to SAC.
Yeah.
Because I want to check out the scene.
Yeah, SAC is like super chill. A lot of the old heads are kind of like not really around as much, where they'll make like brief appearances here and there, especially at
like
big events like Genesis and stuff.
Like legit Gossamer.
Yeah.
You know, like some old heads.
Kurama is.
Kurama's technically an old head, but even though his age doesn't show.
That's true. Kurama's an old head. I remember when the kid was like. His tag used to be Prodigy.
Yeah, Armada Alliance Prodigy. What a time that was, right?
The kid was crazy. Like I remember watching VODs of him just beating the snot out of people with
11-year-old Smash 4 player just farming you.
Farming side.
Like, what are you supposed to do about it? You go to your tournament, you're some grown-ass man, you gotta fight this kid who's got his parents watching, and all of a sudden he starts two-stalking you.
That's the beauty of Smash. It's like, man, you can't take anybody lightly. You could run into like some 40-year-old looking dude that's wearing a suit, tie, or whatever. And you can just mix your shit in. You can run into some 10-year-old, and it's like, I couldn't even touch this guy.
Yeah. I would say, like, to answer Play's question, in regards to Ultimate, if you started before the pandemic, I'd say you're old gen. If you started after or during?
No. If you started at the start of Ultimate, you're new gen. If you were playing...
New gen in terms of Smash, though.
Yeah, in terms of, like, Smash. Yeah, there's more than 2 gens.
There's definitely... I mean, there's Genesis 10 happenings. Just kidding. Yeah, but, like, you know, like
Melee players, you got the Boomers. Brawl players, you got the Gen X. Smash 4 players, Millennials.
I started off as a Melee spectator, and I didn't really get into, like, competitive Smash up until Ultimate. I knew of Smash Brawl. I knew of Brawl because I played Brawl a lot with my friends. But I never really got into competitive until Ultimate came out. But I've always watched Melee since I was like in middle school. I used to watch 2013 Mango, just fucking farm everybody, dude.
AMSA is the reason I got into Smash.
Real.
AMSA is like the reason why when I started playing the game, I made Yoshi in Smash 4. And I was like, man, AMSA's doing all this like really cool stuff with like an unexplored character like Yoshi in Melee. I wonder what Yoshi can do in Smash 4.
Yeah.
And then I started playing Meta Knight.
Yeah, true. No, yeah, AMSA, there was a whole documentary. I watched the whole documentary. There was a time during Yoshi, like during AMSA's like activity, they considered Yoshi to be like bottom 5.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they said he was bottom 5 was because no one plays the fucking character.
Yeah, yeah, that's like honestly the thing. There's so many characters in every single game that it's just they're so unexplored. Nobody has any like real idea how good they can be, and then it takes one guy to like come through and just clean house.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm trying to think of like a great example of this game. It was like a random character that people just slept on, and now people are just like, yeah, this character's kind of broke. And I'd say probably like Bayonetta, honestly.
Bayonetta's low-key kind of coming back into the meta late in the game. Because I think a lot of people don't realize that even though you nerf, I guess, what she did do in Smash 4, it doesn't take away from the fact that she could still do the same shit. You just gotta have to work a little harder for it.
Like when the game was first coming out, I was like, yeah, no, with the way Bayonetta's like kit is designed,